In this video, I'm going to look at Excel tables, and in particular creating Excel tables and doing some editing to the table. So first of all, I've got this worksheet that is basically a database of all the art objects owned by the Lafourche Museum. When they were acquired, what they're called, how much they're worth, and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this information into an Excel table. And I'm going to do that by simply clicking in the data here and then going to the Insert tab and clicking on Table. It will then show me the range that it's selected for the table, and that is correct. That's the entire group of or range of data on this worksheet. And I also want to make sure my table has headers is selected. Otherwise, these column headings won't be included, and they are an important part of this table. So once I click OK, this range of data has been converted to an Excel table. A table style has been applied, and the sort and filter arrows are available on the column headings here. So now I'm going to give my table a name, and I'm going to call it Art Objects. And notice that I'm not putting any spaces in that. Excel does not accept spaces in the table names. Now, it won't be immediately apparent in this tutorial why it's advantageous to give your table a name, but in later tutorials it will give us the ability to use column titles and table names rather than actual cell addresses to write formulas and functions, which has certain advantages to it. Okay, then I'm going to change my table style to medium 4. And then before I start manipulating the data, I'm going to widen columns D, E, F, and H. And I'm going to use the Format button to do that because I like to have the control to put the exact column width in. Okay, so now we've got that taken care of. I'm going to go to the end of the table by pressing the End key on the keyboard and the down arrow. So record 115 is the last item in this table. I'm going to press the down arrow one more time, and I want to add 2 new records. The museum has acquired 2 new items, and so I'm going to type the next record number 116 and then tab over. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you can see that Excel has added a new row in the existing table. And you'll see that there is an autocorrect options button here. If I didn't want that to be a new table row, I could undo that at this point, but I want to go with the new table row. So I'm adding a new painting. And let's see, that was acquired on the 3rd of April 2013. And it is a painting, so I just need to type the P, and Excel will assume that I want to type painting, so I just press Tab to move on to the next column and type an E for excellent and Tab again. It's going to be displayed in the South Pavilion, so I'll type an S and Tab. And then I'm going to enter the value, which is $8,500, and press the Enter key. And I have one more art object that I need to add, 117. So again, once I enter something in that next row, Excel assumes that I want to expand the table, and that works with both rows and columns. And so I'll just quickly type in the information for this next piece. And then use, let's see, this one's a sculpture, excellent condition, and it's going to the garden, and it is worth $23,000. Okay, so I've added 2 new items to the table, and the table has automatically expanded, which is one of the great things about, or one of the neat features of Excel tables. I'm going to press Control Home, and the next thing I'm going to do is find a record and make some edits to the record. We have a painting, I think it is, that its status as far as condition has changed from fair to poor. So to do that, I'm actually going to come up here to the ribbon on the Home tab, to the Editing group, and click on the Find and Select button. And I'm going to choose Find, and I'm going to type in the name of the object, which is Moonlight, and then click Find Next. And there it is. And I'm just going to tab over to the condition column and type a P for poor, and poor appears, and just tab again. So there, I've changed that. I'm going to press Control Home again, and this time I'm looking for record 90, which has been sold. It's an object that's been sold, so we need to take it out of the database. So I'm again going to use Find and Select, and this time in the Find What text box I'm going to enter the number 90, and I'm going to click Find Next. Now you'll notice that it's going to find all strings of 90. So this isn't correct, so I need to go ahead and Find Next again and again, and here is the object that I'm looking for, the painting. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this particular painting. Notice as I move my mouse over toward the row heading that my mouse pointer changes to a skinny dark arrow that's pointing to the right. I'm going to go ahead and click, and that selects just the row within the table. Then I can go to the Delete button in the Cells group on the Home tab and click the down arrow, and you'll notice that now I have table rows and table columns included. So I'm going to delete a table row. The thing I like about this is that it takes out that row and brings everything together without messing up the formatting. It automatically adjusts the formatting. Okay, so that's just a preview of some of the things that you can do with an Excel table. In the next video, I'm going to look at sorting the data.